Morning everybody, Robbie with Cut the World Lawncare here, and it is a beautiful Monday. Man, it feels so good to wake up with clear skies and sunlight, and it's not too hot right now. I think it's supposed to get up in the mid to high 80s today, so that's not too bad. There's a few things that I want to discuss with you guys that could help streamline your day. I have about 3 tips, 3 of them, that that if you're not using them, you should start utilizing these tips. It'll just help tremendously on your time when you're out here servicing people's properties. So we can go ahead and get on down to the first property, and I'll catch back up with you then. I woke up screaming, "Cut the world!" Yeah. All right, y'all, so we're at property number 1. You guys recognize this from one of my previous videos, and that's gonna be yard number 2 to start the morning. They come with the trash yet? Damn, it came got the trash yet. So tip number 1, before you get started on your yard, or let me step back for a second. Before you start trimming, before you bring the weed eater out, make sure you have an extra, an extra little piece of yarn, and put it in your pocket. That way, when, let's say, you're in the backyard of somebody's property and you are you're trimming, and then all of a sudden you're out of string. Now it's gonna take you 2-3 minutes to walk back up to the truck. Then you gotta pull another piece of yarn, you gotta cut it, then you gotta restring it, then you gotta walk 2-3 minutes back to the back of the yard and get started again. You just lost yourself 5-10 minutes. Whereas if you already had an extra piece in your pocket and you back there in the far corner of somebody's yard, you run out of string, no problem. You pull your piece out, string it back up, boom, you back up and running in about a minute or 2. So that's tip number 1. We're gonna go ahead and get these 2 properties done. I'll be back with tip number 2. Oh, real quick, this is for J River. We was talking back and forth on the last video, and you wanted to see how the trailer looks with all the equipment and both of the 0 turns in the lawn or in the trailer. So here you go. This is for you. So there's the 50, there's the 34, gas containers, the rack. Oh, and just so by the way, I haven't spoke about that yet, but that is the Dewalt pole saw. I'm gonna make another video about that, but just to show you, this is a 6x12, the V nose, and you know, it's just enough space, you know, for everything to fit comfortable in there. So there you go. That's for you, J River. All right, y'all. So I get to break out the new toy today. Yes, sir. We about to bring this thing to use on this. So first I thought the customer just wanted it trimmed, but they want it cut. So of course, if you look at those branches there, or those roots, those trunks, those a hedge trimmer is definitely not going to get those. So we about to put this thing to use for the first time and see what it do. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the camera up and see if we can go get this thing hacked on down. Stay tuned. Let me tell you, this is crazy. See how fast and easy that took? Ah! All right, y'all. See, clean cuts. Clean cuts. Took me what? A couple seconds to do all that, maybe about a minute the most. Y'all, I'm telling you, this battery power life, man, it's crazy. So this is the Dewalt This is the 8-inch blade, or the 8-inch chain. It's brushless. It runs the 20-volt batteries. So it's the same batteries that I use for the hedge trimmer. And this thing actually extends about 10 to 15 feet. So I got that. That's all the way in right there. But I mean, the thing can extend way on up there. So nice little tool to have. Very nice tool to have. I will actually I'll put the information down below in the description, so if you guys want to look it up. I don't have a Amazon page, or you know, I'm not an affiliate. I might jump on that though. I might jump on that. That's more money in the pocket. But yeah, if anything, I'll just put it down in the description. Got this at Home Depot. So yeah, man, I felt good. It felt good. You know, it's electric, so it's not loud, but it has the power of a chainsaw. And you know, it just saves. When you need it, throw a battery on it, chain it up real quick, hang it back up, and you ready to go. So definitely something to look into. But I'm gonna go ahead and get this cleaned up, and we're pretty much done with this yard, and we'll head on over to yard number 3, where I will give you tip number 2 for today. See you over there. All right, y'all, yard number 3 for the day. Yes, you recognize it. All right, so tip number 2. These are the things that you need to have with you at all times when you're out here, and I'm gonna show you why. So first off, you need your cooler, you need water. You gotta get these industrial like napkins or whatever. They are perfect for when you're done, you know, with each yard. Wipe your face down, you know, just kind of clean up real good. And then you need this right here. See if it's a light. It's a power inverter. Plugs right up to the cigarette lighter, and it gives me 2 12 volts, and it gives me 2 USBs. So I have phone charger. Gotta have a phone charger. And if you're using a GoPro, I actually have a GoPro that I'm using right now. This I'm actually talking to you on. You want to get the battery pack. It's allows you to charge up 2 batteries, and it comes with one. So you have one that comes with the GoPro, and then you have another one that comes with the battery pack, and then just have another one. So you always have batteries, because these batteries, man, when you're videoing with these things, it drains batteries quick. And if you're using any kind of battery powered equipment, like I have my Dewalt, I got one on the hedge trimmer right now that's already ready to go, and this is the one that I just got done using with the pole saw. So I always keeping batteries on charge while I'm out and about. And then this battery right here is for my my impact gun, and I use this to, you know, change the blades out on the mowers, and as well as changing the blades on the edge trimmers. So make sure you have those things with you at all times. Anything that requires power, you always want to make sure that you have everything and that they're staying on charge throughout the day, because you never know, you might run across a yard and you're gonna need it. And there's nothing worse than being out here and you can't handle a job because you don't have no power supply, or your batteries have already died out. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you want to have those things with you at all times, because there's nothing worse than losing time, because now you got to sit on a property for 15-20 minutes trying to hurry up and get a quick charge on something, and it just costs you time. So that's tip number 2 for today. I'm gonna go ahead and get this yard done, and I will see you on the other end for tip number 3. All right, y'all, we are at yard number 4 for the day. It's crazy, y'all know most of these yards It just so happens that these yards all fall on this day. I have way more yards than this, don't worry. We're gonna get those into future videos. For tip number 3, and this tip is something that may seem minute to some, but it saved me time being out here, and I want to show you. It's one little tool. Let me grab it. This right here, this little doohickey right here. This thing saves so much time and you don't even realize it. And see, I keep mine right here, tucked right inside here. So when I'm riding in somebody's yard, now not the chapping though, not the chapping, because that was a whole big bag of stuff. Trying to keep this PG. But you know, when you're going and there's like a little piece of debris or, you know, something in the yard, you really don't even understand how much time it takes to actually, you know, throttle down, you know, turn PTO off, get off the lawnmower, pick it up, put it back in the lawnmower, put it in your bucket or whatever you got going on, throttle back up, PTO, and then get going. You keep doing that over and over, 10, you know, 8, 9, 10 yards at a time, you done lost yourself 10, 15 minutes. Time is so important out here. It's so important. And when your route starts growing and you go from 4 yards, 5 yards, 8 yards, 10 yards, 12 yards possibly, you know, I mean, there's guys out here that's doing 13, 14 yards by themselves. But that has a lot to do with route density as well, but that's another video. So every minute counts out here, unless you just like getting out here at, you know, 8 o'clock in the morning and being out here until 8 o'clock at night, then hey, go ahead, spend all day out here. I don't know what's going on in your life. You might not want to be home. But you know, in order to make money, every minute counts. So I know I kind of rambled off a little bit off of that one, but I just wanted to bring in a little more detail as to why I said most people would think that it's a minute thing, but it helps so much. So that's tip number 3. That's the final tip for today. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this yard out. I got a few more to do, and I think it's like 1:30, so I should be done around 5. I'm thinking 5 or 6. Weather's good, so I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna try to be done by 5 though, so that's kind of my sweet spot for home time. But hey, at the end of the day, don't go home until the job is done. That's the motto that I'm on right now. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get this thing done for today. I hope you guys enjoy the videos. I hope these tips will help you in the future if you're not utilizing these things. If you are, let me know how they're working out for you. If you see anything that I need to add to it, feel free, drop a comment below and let me know, and I will definitely apply it, you know, when it's necessary to do so. So you guys have a good day. We catch you tomorrow. Robbie with Cut the World Lawn Care. We out.